Jigawa police defy court order on tinted glass permit. Kano boasts hypertension services across 208 PHCs. And then to some more stories now. Research lists path to headers farmers conflict resolution. Security reports hails government's measures. Fire guts Rivers Secretariat complex. Claim bandits control 9 Kwara local government areas. It's false, according to government. Natasha resumes at Senate today after 6 months suspension. Makinde raises 11-man committee for Oyo 50th anniversary. And then Abiodun experts canvass practical solutions to poverty. On insecurity, Tinubu to meet Council of State and Police on Thursday. Council warns new doctors against reliance on AI. Sokoto NUT celebrates teachers with cash gifts. And from a Punch newspaper now, I want to give you some more stories from Vanguard, okay? Don't forget that Rufai Oseni will also analyze some of these headlines, and then Prince Chilaka will be with me too to look at it. Yes. Now to Vanguard. Legal battle begins over minister's certificate. And then federal highways of horror, collapsed roads making life unbearable for travelers, according to investigation. Federal highways of horror, collapsed roads making life unbearable, very unbearable for travelers. Okay, let's look at some of the stories now. Federal government set to eliminate multiple budgetary operations. CBN imposes 5 million naira fine on illegal agent banking activities. Legal battle begins over minister's certificate. And let's look at more now. On Coastal Highway, Tinubu urged to safeguard diasporal investment amidst project roll. Showumi sparks backlash with remarks on Coastal Road project. ADC Group, PDP beaker over Oshun local government fund release. And then, Oshun local government crisis, low turnout as council workers resume duties. Designer denies fraud allegation by music star Rema. Boko Haram waging war of evil, not religion. Irabo, ex-CDS, is the one speaking. Now to, some more headlines now. All qualified aspirants free to contest their popularity at PDP convention, says Fintiri. All qualified aspirants are free to test their popularity at PDP convention. Okay. 2027, South is now APC. Will defeat Jonathan if he contests, says Adam Oshiomhole. Let's get to Daily Post newspaper now. Fire guts Rivers Government Secretariat. That's what we hear. Nigerians to pay more for petrol as fuel prices increase in filling stations. That story is coming again. Nigerians to pay more for petrol as fuel prices increase in filling stations. Let's go. Oshun Amotekun commander escapes assassination. Low turnout as Oshun local government workers resume after 8-month strike. To some more basic stories now. Political stories. Fix INEC before 2027 polls. Political leaders tell Nigerian government. On Naji, we are not surprised Tinubu kept alleged certificate forger in cabinet. says ADC. We are not surprised Tinubu kept alleged certificate forger in cabinet, says ADC. PDP suspends state secretary over alleged misconduct in Kaduna. Concocted rumor. Mimiko denies leading Jonathan's consultation in the southwest. North has greatly benefited from Tinubu. He deserves our support. Senator Barrow speaking. And then on Action Alliance, Mahmoud Yakubu complies partially with court judgment, escapes IGP's arrest. That's a story there. Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. Well, let's get to some of the headlines. This time around, Daily Thrust will lead these headlines. On parties, President shouldn't appoint INEC chair. How police, civilians repelled Boko Haram attack on Banki. 2027, court asked to stop Jonathan from contesting. Stop him from contesting. Listen very carefully. Cambia. Reps move to regulate cryptocurrency and POS operations. Senate to debate systemic genocide claims against Christians in Nigeria. Senate to debate systemic genocide claims against Christians in Nigeria. Police launch investigation into Fatima's murder. Lagos leads as states generate 3.63 trillion naira in 2024. Work for Nigeria's development. Cleric urges citizens. 4 more to go here. Nupeng declares Oshomole persona non grata. Tinubu orders reduction of 2026 Hajj fare. On ADC now, we are not surprised Tinubu kept alleged certificate forger in his cabinet. And then on Shetima now, Nigeria bigger than Pengasen. To the Sun newspaper now, check the time, 7:12 a.m. Boko Haram unleashed mass killings under religious guise, according to former CDS. And then Boko Haram, okay, that story is coming again. Protesters shut down Kaduna in favor of Dangote refinery. I graduated from UNN in 1985. Minister is the one speaking. I graduated from UNN in 1985. Okay. PDP won't die. Governor speaking. Any public officer accused of certificate forgery owes Nigerians duty to come clean, says NBA. And of course, Peter Obi. Any public officer accused of certificate forgery owes Nigerians a duty to come clean. NBA and Peter Obi speaking just right there. IPAC, Muslim alumni support reform of INEC and of course CX. Political parties with 5 lawmakers should nominate INEC chairman Aregbesola. Political parties with 5 lawmakers should nominate INEC chairman Aregbesola. Alleged gross misconduct. Kaduna PDP suspends secretary. 2027. North. South will reject Tinubu. North. South will reject Tinubu. Now let's cross quickly to the Nation newspaper. President creating jobs through road projects in FCT, says Wike. That's what he's saying. And then President celebrates Dele Alake at 69. Obi advocates submission of certificate 6 months before polls. 6 months before polls. And then INEC, Ethiopia's electoral body, to work on strengthening democratic institutions. Low turnout as Osun local government workers resume after 8-month strike. Edo government shuts fuel station over expired fire extinguishers. Why there is disunity in the country? By SDP chieftain. Okay. VOP 90.3 FM. Let me check up some few stories courtesy the Guardian newspaper. Nigerian passengers die, or Nigerian passenger one dies on British Airways flight to Abuja. Awujale's tool, over 30 aspirants screened as more jostle for throne. No wedding guest was killed in Abuja, FCT police. U.S. pressure triggers federal government Senate pushback on alleged Christian persecution. We must project our stories or risk being defined by others, says NBA. And then let's look at it. Tinubu, why we created 200 billion naira MSMEs and manufacturing fund. NAS decries deplorable state of South-South Road project. No casualty as fire guts Rivers Secretariat. You're on to Voice of the People 90.3 FM. Akatoji Rufai will join me to analyze some of these headlines this morning. All right? We're set to have Rufai now. Let's go.
All right, many stories making the rounds. Today, I think the hike in the price of cooking gas is a big problem that we should look at. And the shocking thing is that nobody's doing anything about it. How can people be buying cooking gas now for 25,000 as it's being reported in the Vanguard newspaper? You see, these are things that we keep saying that President Tinubu, rather than saying, oh, your government is doing well and everything and trying to sell yourself, how can't you fix things like the price of cooking gas? How can cooking gas be getting up to about 25,000? And inflation is times 3. Somebody was telling me the other day that fairly used tire that he used to buy how much before? Over, I think, 30,000 naira or 35,000 naira. Now, to buy 2 fairly used tire that used to buy at 30,000 naira before, now is now over 140,000 or 130,000, 40,000. So it just shows you that the price of everything has skyrocketed and it's times 2. And amidst all of this, the NSCDC is talking about the fact that in the last 5 years, we lost 5,000 Nigerians to cholera. When they say people are dying of cholera, it means that the society and the environment is not well kept. It means that it's an eyesore, the sanitary condition. It means that everything is not right as regards the sanitary condition. So, in this day and age, why are Nigerians still dying of cholera? Over 5,000, up to the extent that over 5,000 is dying of cholera. So it's just so shocking. And isn't it shocking that till date, President Tinubu has not even come out, his government has not even come out to say anything about the certificate forgery allegation. That story had been out since last year, and kudos to People's Gazette that first published that story. In fact, the story, people in the presidency were already aware of that story since last year, until they now went to court. Although I also heard that another person too that has history of certificate forging was the one that really took this minister to court. So it's only in Nigeria that 2 certificate forgers will be fighting openly. That one will say, oh, don't worry, I'm going to disgrace you because of my own allegation of certificate forgery. So if it was out there in public, the question I want to ask is, how did the DSS pass such people? What happened? Didn't the DSS see anything? Although People's Gazette also made an allegation when they released the story in 2024 that the DSS was actually aware, but they just, allowed it slide. And you're wondering what is happening. How can the security agencies be aware that there was a case of certificate forgery by a minister and it's just been allowed to pass? Those are some of the allegations that People's Gazette put forward in their reportage and in their messaging. So it speaks volume of the state of corruption. That's why when President Tinubu's wife was saying, people are no longer talking about Nigerian corruption in the same breath. Let's stop deceiving ourselves. Corruption has killed the country. It's still a very rampant factor in the country. And until we start to look at these things critically, we'll never go anywhere. All right, so there are some updates as regards the minister's case. The minister, speaking through his spokesperson, have now come out to ask UNN to release his transcripts, insisting that he went to the school. And you see, Nigeria is such a funny country. The evidence that the minister was providing was the initial letter that they said the registrar wrote at UNN, which the registrar have already said that she was coerced to write that letter that he went through the school, and a yearbook that his face was on the yearbook. But you see, the minister also forget that letters have surfaced where a certain letter was written to the minister, where a certain letter was written to the minister in 1985, telling him that he has not finished his exam and that he should go ahead and finish the exam. He forgets that that letter was actually, released. A letter that was released in 1985. He forgets that that letter was actually released. In fact, there's also another letter where he wrote to Exams and Records application for involvement in June 1986 exams, where it says, I wish to notify of my intention to take the June 1986 exams of the course MCB 431 Virology. Thanks in anticipation. Attached is the 4 naira receipts paid for that exam. So he forgets that that letter was written. He had actually written that letter because he claims in his document that he finished and he went to do NYS in April 2016. April 2016. That's when he went. I mean, April 1986. That's when he went to do 1985 to 1986. But at that 1986, he was still busy saying that he wanted to write another exam. All right, which was in June 1986. So there was no way when he was still doing NYSC, he could have been writing the exams. So there are many things, and the argument was not strong enough by his spokesperson today. Somebody will have thought that he would have taken a part of integrity. He went ahead and blamed the governor of Enugu State for his problems and said, oh, it was the same problems and all of that, that it was because of politics. But you gave an NYSC certificate that says that you did NYSC from 1985 to 1986. But there's also a document that you wrote, your handwriting, that shows that as at 1986, you still said you wanted to retake exam as at 1986, and you wrote that letter on the 3rd of January 1986. There was no way you could have been serving as at that time. But the minister came out today asking UNN to release his transcript, saying that it was the governor that didn't mean him well and all of that. So it just speaks volumes about the way we run our country and our democracy. And there's also the talk about, gas prices going up. They said it was because Nupeng said that they should shut down for a bit. That was why gas prices went up. In fact, the NNPC has confirmed that story. And it shows all the shenanigans that happened with Nupeng, recently at the Dangote refinery. And that's why Kashim Shettima have been saying that the Dangote refinery should be supported and be given a chance, to be able to thrive effectively. in the country. Also, a certain lawyer has taken former President Goodluck Jonathan to court. And Abuja High Court, there's a perpetual injunction restraining President Goodluck Jonathan from presenting himself for any political party. In fact, the court equally was urged to bar INEC and all of that. The suit, specifically marks FHC ABJ CS 2102-2025, was brought before the court by lawyer Mr. John Mary Chukwu Chidobi. In fact, there had been a court case like this also in front of a Bayelsa court when in the last election cycle they thought Jonathan was going to run, and that case was dismissed. And I think the Bayelsa courts are giving a determination on this. So we'll also see how this pans out and how all of this pan out. And Abia monthly allocation is 15 billion, not 38 billion. That's what Alex Oti is replying, because somebody had actually, I think the deputy senate speaker had actually said it was 38 billion. But Alex Oti has finally come out to clarify that ADC is slamming the APC, that you are still retaining somebody with allegation of certificate forgery. ADC has criticized Bola Tinubu for retaining the minister. An investigation by Premium Times revealed that the minister did not complete university education, and that both the bachelor's degree and the National Youth Service Corps he presented to President Tinubu, as well as the offices of the Secretary of the Government, were forged. In fact, concerning this, there was a story last year that that People's Gazette had reported, even saying the fact that the security authorities were aware that there was a forgery going on, but they just let it pass. So the question we are asking is, where is the integrity in this country? And like I was saying, gas prices have soared, and they are so high as we speak. In fact, to even get gas is a problem. I know somebody today that went to try to buy a 12 kg of gas, but he could only get 6 kg temporarily. So let's see how all of this pan out in the coming days. Gas prices on the increase. Oshomola is saying there's only enemies that are pushing Jonathan to run in 2027. It obviously shows that the APC is jittery about the prospect of Goodluck Jonathan running in the next election cycle.
Thank you so much, Rufai Hussaini. Thank you indeed. Now, still talking about Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, let's delve deep into it. Prince Chilaka is with me. Anyway, good morning to you, sir. Welcome.
Morning.
Yeah. The Federal High Court in Abuja have been asked to stop Goodluck Jonathan from contesting the 2027 presidential election or any future presidential race in Nigeria. Don't contest. Don't. I mean, some persons will tell you he has a right now to do anything he wants to do. Why stopping him?
Well, there are two things. There are two ways to it. Yes, he has a right to contest. And also, we need to ask ourselves, if he contests and he wins, that means he'll be doing 10 years, isn't it?
Okay.
Which is not what the Constitution allows. The Constitution allows 2 terms of 4 years each, which is 8 years. So this whole story of, the 2 years was completing that of Yaradua is a joint ticket. It's a joint ticket they had. So it doesn't matter who completes it. But the fact was that he was sworn in as a president. And then he won election and was sworn in the second time. And the Constitution says you can only be sworn in twice. So it's something that is left for the lawyers to really look into. And then let us also see those who are known as constitutional lawyers to come forward and let us, it's a good debate for me. It's a good debate.
One big question is Jonathan actually contesting? Is this man ready, or we just circulating whatever we want to? I don't know.
No, the thing is, in Nigerian politics, propaganda is a very strong weapon. Most times, those who carry out this propagandas are not even the actors themselves. They are more like they are hang-ons and foot soldiers, and So sometimes it's funny when somebody, grants an interview and says certain things, and then the next day you hear somebody coming out to try to explain what the person said. In other words, you're saying that, oh, this man is not knowledgeable enough for what he has said. So that's what you have. You heard the interview between the BBC interview, where Atiku said he was stepping down for a younger. Then the next day, his spokesman came to try to explain to Nigerians what he meant. So it's part of the game.
You have to explain to them now.
The man has spoken.
Right.
We must always listen to the source and not to those who try to explain what the source has said. Jonathan has not come out to tell he's contesting. The book launch was an opportunity for him to say he wants to contest. He never said so. But people are busy, and you know why people do these things. It's not because of the interests of the masses. It's not because of the interests of the country. It is for their personal interest. Everybody wants to take care of themselves. So that's just it.
But people when they push Jonathan, no say this one. Nah.
They know now. Say people when they push and don't forget saying that the same people carry coffin for them. Yes.
You won't break table.
Not be table. No, but it's the truth. Now the same people carry coffin for them. Now the same people gather for Jota. Now the same people. Whether they came out, by themselves or they were the vaccine sponsoring people, now the same people.
You don't scatter table.
But Jonathan knows. If Jonathan is being sincere to himself, I am telling you, he's gotten an international recognition. He should stick to that. I'm just being very honest with him. Those who are telling him to come out, the same people who said, crucify him.
But power is sweet. Especially in Nigeria. It's so
power corrupts.
Sweet.
Absolute power corrupts.
Absolutely, of course. Very sweet.
It's not about being sweet. It's just that those who take over power in Nigeria, rather than serve the people, end up being served. So they're not taking power because they want to liberate the people. They're not taking power because they want to add value to the lives of the people. They're not taking power because they want to develop the country. They are taking power because it foots their bills.
Would you rather believe that Jonathan is being used as SPV, special purpose vehicle?
By who?
I don't know.
At his age, at the age of Jonathan, I was telling somebody the other day, I said Jonathan has really improved in terms of his ability to speak well. He has really, really improved himself. If you listen to him talk these days, you will see that there's a big difference between the Jonathan we had as former president and the Jonathan of today.
What's the difference?
He has added value to himself, and that's the truth. You need to listen. Jonathan speaks now like an elder statesman. He's in control. He understands what he's saying better than before. So if at this age, with all this experience and exposure he now has, he allows himself to be used, then something is wrong somewhere. That juju then do him. Never clear for your eye.
Because I've heard some person say, not to use them, divide the vote for South. Do you know?
You know, this whole thing about dividing vote, it's funny, Jude. Let me tell you the truth.
Okay.
If we have a free and fair election in this country, nobody will divide anybody's vote.
Okay.
The thing when Nigeria is a go through now, the shege banza they are going through now, is enough for any right-thinking person to know that, look, you need to take a coordinated decision 2027. Do you know how much gas is? I personally, as I sit here, I bought gas over the weekend. 2,500 per kg.
Whoa.
Yes, I bought because I ran short of gas, so I had to go and look for.
Whoa.
And then when you go there, most times they tell you, oh, you can only take 5 kg, you can only take 6 kg.
So no one gives you 12.5?
Well, if you know the amount, 12.5 costs about 31,000 plus.
Hi.
And then you know what really pains me and rattles me is the fact that people will sit down, and they tell you, oh, it is obedience that are increasing the price. It is obedience that are making the price go up. It is the gas stations managed by obedience. And I ask them, are the obedience in power? The obedience are not in power. They have no control over anything. But everybody believes, you have a government that has, from day one, this government has always been pointing fingers. And funny enough, the other day, the Secretary to Government was talking about this administration and the fact that they inherited. And I asked, where did you inherit? You're talking as if the party you are in opposition and you took over from another party. You're taking over from your own party. The same manifesto. And you're saying that you inherited a near collapsed economy. From who? And this was the same thing the late Buhari did. Buhari kept saying, oh, I inherited from PDP. I inherited 16 years of PDP. Now they came in, wiped out the 16 years of PDP, took us 500 years back. And now a new government is in place, same party, same leaders, and you are still claiming you inherited. Now, who did you inherit it from? So these are issues calling for debate.
Now talking about Goodluck Jonathan and the South. Oshomole is also pointing to something. They said that South is now for APC. That APC will defeat Jonathan if he contests. There's this thing about South. You know,
Oshomole should first of all Oshomole should first of all go and resolve the issue going on in Edo State between the Oba of Benin and the Iyoloja. He should go and resolve that. As of today, Oshomola cannot tell me that he has control over the South. He cannot. Even the Edo State where he claims to have put a governor, I'm sure he doesn't even have control of the governor. He doesn't even have support. He doesn't have a home-based support today. I'm sure you heard what Pengassin have said. They've declared him, non grata.
Persona non grata, yeah.
Yes. So that's to show you, don't forget, his support base has always been from the labor as a, activist. But today, where would you come out to talk?
Okay.
Nigeria is just a funny country where when people want to get into power, they become activists. And once they get into power, they throw away activism and become a bourgeois. That is where we are. If you check now, you'll find a lot of people, they're doing all funny kinds of philanthropy. All because they want to contest an election. And, well, as you know, Nigerians are gullible. No matter how you try to talk to people, no matter how you try to educate people to understand that, you see, all these things they give to you, it does not amount to anything compared to what they stand to benefit at the end of the day.
Let's look at it. South governors, they're the ones leaving their parties to, they're the one jumping fence. Let me say that. And if you look at the governors in the north, they are there. They are standing well and strong.
Yeah.
So there is this battle there is this battle in the South that the PDP wants to, harvest some persons in the South, and then the APC also is looking at the South. So the battle don't shift if you look at it very well from the north to the south.
Okay, Julian, let us not go too far. When you look at the north, let's be very open this morning and honest to one another.
Okay.
Point to me how many governors in the north that a former governor will claim to have put in power.
And that's what we're saying.
So you have what you have in the South is the fear. Most of them did not win elections. Most of them were handpicked. Just like the one of Rivers State, Fubara. That Wike claims that he even bought form for him. He has never, Fubara has not denied that. So how can somebody who did not win an election have the power to remain in the same party? That's the fear. The fear is that they are afraid of losing control. They are afraid of losing that, not even the political base, because they don't have a structure. They are afraid that the way they rig themselves into power, it is easy to rig them out. All those who are decamping from their various parties to APC, have they told you one reason, one cogent reason why they are leaving their party? They are leaving their party. They are not adding value to these people. They are not adding infrastructure to their states. So it's all about self-survival and nothing else. And those governors who are leaving the party that brought them to power and going to other parties should be ashamed of themselves. That is why we are saying that we need an electoral reform. We can't have this kind of madness in a country that wants to develop. You can't get employed in company A, and then you leave company A, you go to company B, and you want to retain the largesse from company A. It is not possible. The political class, they are taking Nigerians for granted, and it has to stop. This idea of people moving, if you know you are strong, if you know you are a political heavyweight, Jude, you will not be jumping from one party to another after winning an election. You will stay in the party that gave you the right to rule. And if you're leaving the party, that's why we need to also rejig the constitution. The obnoxious 1999 constitution, we need to rejig it. It has to come out plain to say, you cannot dump the party that brought you to power. And if you do that, you lose that office. It is because of these clauses, it's because of the benefits attached to these offices. That is why you see people, for them, politics is do or die. Politics is no longer the sport it's meant to be. Politics is not about leadership anymore. Politics has become about self-aggrandizement, embezzlement, and corruption.
Yeah, I will mention that actually. I'll come to INEC. There's several basketballs going on right now. INEC is in the news big time. But before I go there, let me finally rest the issue of the PDP and Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. Now, back to what Fintiri said, that all qualified aspirants are free to contest their popularity at the PDP convention. If you know, so you get muscle, you're free. Just go ahead and let's see. So it means the issue of Goodluck Jonathan is ebbing away. Is that it?
No, but I think the thing is, first of all, PDP needs to get its acts together. PDP need to, if they want to remain as a party, they need to discipline some of their members. They need to wield the big stick. So you can't be talking about, having a convention, asking people to come out and contest. Meanwhile, you have somebody who has told you that that convention will not hold. And nobody's talking about it.
Will not hold.
So nobody's talking about it.
Okay.
So the point is not, whatever PDP is saying today, people are asking which of the PDP self. Is PDP still in the race? Are they still part of political parties in Nigeria? They need to resolve their internal crisis first. Because you will find out that after this convention, a lot of lawsuits will come up. And that's the truth. So the PDP convention has nothing to do with Jonathan. Jonathan, you'll be sure that Jonathan will not even attend. Yes, it has nothing to do with him.
Okay. Now, let's look at it. Let's get to INEC now, everyone. Some political parties in the country have urged the federal government to fix INEC before 2027 general elections to restore public trust and enhance electoral credibility. The leaders, including governors and former ministers, made the call in Abuja during a high-level panel discussion hosted by the Athena Center for Policy and, of course, Leadership. They said, fix INEC before 2027 polls. And now, that's not where I'm going to. Now, a political party, or rather, a chairman, is saying that political parties with 5 lawmakers should nominate INEC chairman. Did you hear that? A political party or political parties with 5 lawmakers should nominate INEC chairman. What's your view on that? What's your take on that?
This whole thing about INEC chairman being nominated, by the president, or he nominates and then sends to the Council of State and then the National Assembly and all of that. For me, I think we need to go beyond where it is today. Every politician, either present now or in the past, have benefited from the INEC chairman. So sometimes I sit back and I say, we're all asking for electoral reform. Do you think this National Assembly you have today would give Nigerians the kind of electoral reform they want?
It's a big question.
Because they will not. Because they have all, in one way or the other, benefited from the rigging that has taken place in INEC. Today, most Nigerians don't even trust INEC. So it's not about who the chairman is going to be. It's about the fact that there is a deficit trust. Nigerians don't trust anything INEC. You know, yesterday I had to replay the video of Professor Nena Oti, if you remember, the woman that was in charge of Abia election. And honestly, that really touched me. And I said, why can't we have somebody like that woman as INEC chairman? A woman of honor and proven integrity.
In this country.
And that decision that woman took not to be cowed, not to be bribed, not to rig the election in favor of anybody, has given Abia people a facelift. Why are we not learning from it? Why are we not moving forward? 2 years down the line, Governor Alex Oti has done what Orji Sokalo, Ikpeazu, and Theodore could not do in 24 years. He could not do anything in 24 years. This man has done more than that for 2 years. And it points to the fact that you can actually change the fortunes of this country in 4 years. That is what it points to. When I look at what Alex Oti is doing in Abia, my mind goes back to the likes of late Samun Bakwe, late Chakonde of Lagos. Because these are people who rule this country, who govern their state with empathy, sincerity, and everything you can think of. They were epitome of leadership. You can't travel from Lagos now to the east. The roads are not there. The roads are not there. And every day this government keeps talking about GDP. GDP they are talking about does not put food on the table of Nigerians. But the only way we can get Nigeria working, honestly speaking, is to have a proper electoral system, devoid of rigging, devoid of corruption, devoid of manipulation. So that we know that when you are elected, you know that you have the mandate of the people. And then when you have the mandate of the people, you also realize that its sovereignty belongs to the people, because we need to take power back to the people. That is the only way this country can develop. Okay. And I expect that somebody like our president today, who everybody claims to be a Democrat, should be able to bequeath that to Nigerians.
Everyone is saying Tinubu should not, or the president rather, should not appoint INEC chairman. But whether we like it or not, that's what will happen.
You know why?
Don't you think so?
You know why everybody's saying it is because
if it go change, not be now.
No, but when is it? When will it change?
That's a big question.
Change is constant, but I believe it is gradual, and it has to start from somewhere. There is nothing wrong with this government saying, look, I am a Democrat. The president should be able to say, I believe in the norms of democracy. I believe in, giving power back to the people. The Nigerian people do not ask for too much. Right now, what Nigerians are saying is that the system with which people are elected into office is flawed. Let us change it. Or you and I know, say, if you want to go play football match, and at the captain of one side now elect the referee, You know how the match go end. You know how the match go end, Nigeria. But the truth of the matter is that I listened to, Aregbesola. I think it was yesterday or the first day. And he said, I'm also a beneficiary of this madness. Yes. The truth is that if our politicians tell themselves the truth, they know that they're the ones holding this country down. They'll have their knees on the neck of this country. They're the ones who are not ready and willing to develop this country. It's not that we do not have the manpower. It's not that we do not have the resources. What we lack is leadership and political will.
Priscilla, the Deputy Senate President, Barau Jibrin, has said that the president deserves the support of the northern Nigerians, for a second term in 2027 presidential election because of his contributions to the region's development.
Which party does he belong to? Which party does he belong to? When yes, you need to start from where the source. Well, he belongs to APC.
He said North has greatly benefited from Tinubu. He deserves our support.
You do not expect him to say anything other than that. You remember, Judy, in this country, it was during Jonathan's regime that even his own ministers were against him. You remember? Even his party members were against him.
He was so tough.
Yes. You see, what we must understand is that what you do today will be waiting for you tomorrow. APC is a government that came to power right from 2015 by what? Protest. By the use of social media. By the use of, religious organizations. But today, what are they doing? You want to protest, they organize their own protest. You have protesters protesting against the protesters.
That we protest the protesting.
Yes.
Protesting.
You now have pastors who stand on the pulpit and begin to speak, swallowing what they have said before without any form of shame. It shows you how we have turned this nation into a joke. And then you ask yourself, who are the role models for the younger generation? You are here where the Lagos State Chairman of Nigerian Union of Road Transport Workers was threatening people. And people are saying it's a joke. He has tendered an apology. And you forget that was the same thing MC Omolomo did in running up to the 2023 election. And they said he tendered an apology. I lost my neighbor to that nonsense, to those hate speech. That's what it is. It's hate speech. And nobody cares. How many people have been prosecuted for the mayhem that happened during the 2023 elections? How many people? We forget so easily in this country. And we sit back and we say, oh, well, unity, unity. You cannot have unity without justice. The reason why we're not having unity is because there is no justice. And now this is the first time in the history of Nigeria that we have a core politician as a president. And what are we getting? What are we really getting? People cannot go to sleep with their two eyes closed. It's that bad. A few years back, I used to move from Lagos to the north in the night. Night traveling was too sweet.
Don't try it again.
Where? Even daytime self to travel is a problem.
Listen very carefully. Number one, if you try it again.
Oh God. Our leaders, those who call themselves leaders of this country, honestly, they have messed up this country. We just live from hand to mouth in this country today. We just wake up every morning. Sometimes you're just wondering what will happen.
Prince Chilaka, the African Democratic Congress has reacted to alleged certificate forgery, by the Minister of Science, Technology and Innovation, Uche Naji. Investigative reports earlier suggested that the documents submitted to authorities by the minister during his screening were fake. The report alleged that the minister was never issued any certificate by the University of Nigeria, Nsukka, from which he claimed he graduated. While reacting, ADC said that the party is not surprised that the president has retained the minister even after the allegations. He said, we are not surprised Tinubu kept alleged certificate forger in cabinet. That's ADC speaking. Your thoughts on this?
First and foremost, I think the problem we have also as a country is too much emphasis on certificate. Nobody's interested in what you have in your head that you're bringing to the table. What everybody wants to see is that paper. Whether you are qualified, whether you have experience, it doesn't matter. But that is wrong. To start with, the minister does not even need to have his first degree certificate to become a minister. It's an appointment. But it is because of the country where we are, where certification is the bane, where people have lost it. Everybody wants to package themselves. And then you have an electoral body that is not even involved, is not interested in scrutinizing people's documentations. Don't forget that the Enugu State governor also had issues, or he still has issues pending with NYSC. If you remember, during the trial also.
So are you saying that we should, in this country, not overemphasize certificate, but certificate?
Yes, we need to. That's on one hand. On the other hand, the minister himself should have resigned on his own. That's a honorable thing to do. Tender an apology and resign. But then, Africa, Nigeria, people don't resign.
Power is sweet.
There are very few people. It's not about the power, it's the largesse. There are people in this country who have never spent 1 naira of their own. Or they have lived on government patronage. And such people would do anything to remain in power. If he was not, you remember what happened to the girl that they said faked her JAMB result? How she was dragged like I passed my neighborhood generator. But because he's a minister, he's one of those who will say, do you know who I am? And so nobody can do anything. The security agencies will not come after him. Nothing. At the end of the day, if care is not taken, this matter will just die down. We have the issue of Betta Edu. Nobody has said anything to us.
Okay.
So I understand where ADC is coming from. No be my mind they go hear them. But I know where they are coming from. Show me your friends, and I'll tell you who you are. That's what ADC is trying to say.
Oh, really?
Yeah. No be me talk am o, na ADC talk am o.
Okay. Okay, finally, let me seek your opinion on this. What's it called? Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan will be resuming anytime soon.
Today, she's resuming today.
Congratulations to her. We go soon the entire office.
Yeah, congratulations to her. For me, I'm indifferent. I just want a country where everything works well. That's what a lot of us, we're not asking for. Don't give us all the revenue you are getting. Just let us have good roads. Let us have good representation. Let us have good medical system. Let our education be robust. These are the things we're asking for. So, to Natasha, congratulations. I hope that the National Assembly would learn, and I also hope that, Natasha herself too will learn. It's a two-way thing. Everybody needs to learn. And I hope everybody will step down from their high horses and embrace peace, Or like I've always said, peace without justice is peace of the graveyard. But they have to manage themselves because they've disgraced the nation for too long. The Senate President has not acted as a proper leader who is supposed to be the father of all the others. But in Nigeria, once you are made the Senate President, it be like say, now you elect yourself, nobody people elect you.
Check your time. The time is 8 o'clock.
You are listening
to your the number one station.
to Voice of the People 90.3 FM. Do not touch that dial.
20 years of fire, 20 years of glory, 20 years of prophetic impact. The prophetic ministry of the Mountain of Fire and Miracles Ministries Worldwide presents Annual Fire Conference 2025 with the theme Prophets and the Secrets of Spiritual Mantle. Prepare for prophetic ministration by Dr. D.K. Olukoya, the General Overseer, Mountain of Fire and Miracles Ministry. Coming up on Saturday, 11th October 2025 as the main auditorium, Mountain of Fire and Miracles Ministries International Headquarters, Lagos, Nigeria. Come get equipped at the prophetic workshop. Receive impartation for end-time prophets and join us as we chart the prophetic destiny of our land. The program will be physical and virtual. For more inquiry, visit www.propheticministry.org or call 0803-324-5468 or 0803-327-7919. Don't just attend. Come and catch the mantle. The Fire Conference 2025. Raising prophets, birthing destiny, igniting nation. Mountain of Fire and Miracles Ministries. Surely the Lord is here. Jesus is Lord.
Lagos, are you ready? The Niger Landlord Summit 2025 is here. Join us on Saturday, 1st November 2025 at the Golden Tulip Hotel, International Airport Road for the biggest gathering of real estate minds in Nigeria. Come and discover how to profit from the booming housing demand in Nigeria. Explore funding and investment opportunities that work. Gain insights and government housing policies shaping the market. Experience the latest prop tech innovations transforming property ownership. Network with top developers, investors, and policymakers all in one room. Don't miss this power-packed event. Registration is 50,000 naira only, with full access to sections, exhibitions, with premium networking and refreshment. How to register? Make payment to VOPFM account number 112-416-8488. Again, 112-416-8488. Zenith Bank. Send your proof of payment via WhatsApp to 0707 115 4297 0707 115 4297. The Niger Landlord Summit 2025. Profitability in real estate management, prospects and opportunities. Your gateway to wealth through real estate. Powered by VOP 90.3 FM.
It's Voice of the People 90.3 FM. Everyone, welcome back. Now is your time to talk to us, okay? Yes, you call into the show and have your say, or if you have something to say. No, you want to say something. Okay, anyone. All right, 0700 903 903 903 is the number to call. 0700 903 903 903. WhatsApp 081 717 56338. Move away from your radio set or turn down the volume so we can hear it. Just about 60 seconds for you. Mind what you say on a national radio. All right? Are we good? Thank you so much. Okay, let's go there. Good morning to you. What's your name and where are you calling from? Hello, good morning. Good morning to you. We can hardly hear you. Are you there?
I'm here.
All right.
I don't know what is the problem of this country. This country is very, very easy to rule. Give us light to use. Give us better route to pass. Give us better hospital. You take all the remaining one. Nobody is asking you for anything. But I don't know what is their problem. There's nothing is moving. Even now like this, even if the person where they manage yourself before, Now you can't even manage again. That one has died. How would they like it? 1 kg of gas is 2,025. How people and anybody what people why won't they make fire for Lagos here? This country is getting out of hand.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you. I can understand how you feel. Prince Tilaka saying buy.
I bought 2.5 per kg.
That is the highest I've ever heard in my life.
I was shocked.
Hello, good morning. Good morning, Innocent.
Yeah, please, I want to talk about Oshomola. I wish Oshomola is a politician, but somehow he's not a politician. They just voted him because of Labour, whatever it is then, as president of Labour then. So if it's Labour, if it is a politician man, I know he will know that if Jonathan want to come out, and he will never come without, he's a former president, if he never come out without arrangement, and he will come, if Jonathan come out today with Atiku, maybe somehow collapsing his structure for Jonathan, P2B collapse his structure for Jonathan, Jonathan will go a low, more than 90% where we think he will go. But the problem is Jonathan have not even mentioned that he's coming out. And this Oshimole is now beating around the bush. But let him know that out of this Jonathan, Obi or Atiku, if 3 of them agree for one thing, I don't think the APC will defeat them. Nobody. If whatever APC like they then do, they will never defeat. If any one of them agree, others accepted, we Nigerians will follow. That's what I can tell you.
Thank you.
Even from where he came from, he doesn't have even much people values there than Nigerians. My state, Imo State,
Thank you.
So let him know what he's going. Let him tread careful. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Hello, good morning here.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Kamejude.
Good morning.
This is Evelyn speaking. Good morning, Prince Francis Chilaka.
Good morning.
See, this country, I want to flow a bit on pidgin English this morning. See, this country, the way our politicians, our rulers, leaders, I don't know how they classify themselves, they don't see us finish. They feel like, oh, say normal. Nigerians are fond of coming to radio. Maybe we talk, we analyze, we complain, we tell them things where we say they no bother them, but they bother us. So them they feel like say, and we are used to it. But one thing they need to understand is that there will come a day they go think say na normal thing, but it go shock them. So it's better for them to do what is right now when Nigerians still they give them time. Because in this Nigerian politics, I don't know whether na so they plan for other countries. So, but in this our own country is I don't even know, because the election never even come for 2027. Another threat don't they come out. What is the DSS going to do about it? Now everybody, the ones we want manage, no say they go do good now. Every month now they go on that side, and now they are coming out to tell us that what is it called? Jonathan is not qualified. I don't understand. Are they afraid of someone to come out to campaign or to say he wants to be president of the country? Not only they want rule, make they no worry. Now we don't see gas, so gas now na 3K for my area. Understand? We don't see gas. Take even cook, make we even get strength to come complain. It go reach time, they go think say no man.
It's okay.
Make they no worry.
Evelyn, thank you so much for calling. Appreciate your call. Hello, good morning here.
Hello, good morning.
Okay, first of all, you move away from your radio set, okay? Sorry about that. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Ikame Jude.
Yes, good morning.
Prince Shiraka, good morning, sir.
Morning, sir.
My name is Daniel. I'm calling from Alaba.
All right.
I want to let Oshomole to know that if they are not, let them reform electoral law. Give us e-voting. You can vote in anywhere you are. By 12 o'clock, APC is.
This man, you and oh God, funny guy. Hello, good morning here.
This call is now being recorded.
For yeah.
Call recording has now ended.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you.
Yeah, my name is Okudele, calling from Lagwado.
Okay.
Yeah, good morning, Prince Chilaka and
Good morning.
my our presenter.
All right.
I want to ask question. All these are politicians. What will be their problem? Is there anything we will do them before? I will collect anything from them. What they say they don't want to do our country, make our country good. You don't feel by gas. Nothing where you go feel. No easy to buy a problem. A problem. The woman who died before, if we die finish, who they go rule?
It's
And
okay.
this is our brother Benjamin Carlo, who is talking about Abia State 2027, that OT has not done anything. Fine, I thank him. I wish him good luck.
Okay.
But to make him say, Abia of yesterday, and no Abia of today.
Exactly.
Me, I'm from Imo. I've lived in Aba. At least where I left years ago. If you go there today, you will know that the OT is working. And somebody will now come and tell us that this and that. Well, Abia are not fools. I believe they know what to do. So thank you and God bless you.
Thank you so much, and God bless you for calling. Hello, good morning here. What's
Hello.
your name?
Hello?
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, Mr. Anyanwu, I'm calling from Ejibo.
All right.
Please, what I want to our Nigerian people do is to begin to do campaign in between all of us, because many of us are not hearing this radio every morning. Some people are going on their own. They don't know what is happening. So I want Nigerians who is listening to this radio to begin to campaign to our people to get their voters card. Anybody you see that has reached the age of voting, let us begin to tell them what is happening is not good in our lives. Let them begin to campaign. This is campaigning between the masses now. This is what I want to suggest this morning, because I know if president is not going to, whether he will resign because he has corrupt Nigeria, he has destroyed Nigeria. I know that he's going to resign.
Thank you.
Before the time. But even if we didn't resign, but let us continue now to campaign in between all of us, not for APC, not for SDP, not for anybody, to campaign to vote them out.
Thank you. Thank you so much for calling. Hello, good morning.
I'm back from Elasha.
Okay.
Chilaka, my brother, I greet you.
I greet you, sir.
I want to talk about the increase in gas. And I Mr. Mba, is telling Trumbu and his ministers and his government, shame to them. Under Trumbu, a kg of gas is 2,000 plus. Under Trumbu, passports of 30,000 have become 100,000. Then 62 page, 200,000 under Trumbu. Under Trumbu, you make transaction of 10,000, 15 naira will be reported in your account. Under Trumbu, a liter of fuel, 180, from first into 1,000. Under Trumbu, tariff in war increase. Shame to Trumbu, shame to APC leadership, shame to ministers of Trumbu. Under Trumbu, a bag of rice, 80,000. Shame to Trumbu. Under Trumbu, dollar 1,500 naira. Shame to Trumbu. Under Trumbu, common Nigeria can never go to
It's okay.
his house.
Thank you.
Under Trumbu, insecurity. Shame to America Trumbu.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Hello, good morning here.
Hello, good morning, sir. I'm calling from Jibu.
Good morning.
I greet your analyst.
Yes,
Let's go.
No, this country don't fire me. Wait till you get. It's APC, they made the enter power change. That will kill us to us. How many people will remain when APC will finish? Calculate now when good luck is there for power, now when APC is there for power. Wait till don't change. You cannot travel now without the security. Travel from year to year, they will kidnap you. They will kidnap, they will kill. Now under APC, this thing
All right.
continue. See, where will they go? One day, man will go market.
It's all
I don't have anything to say for the arrest me because
Thank you.
I easy to arrest you.
Thank you so much. Hello, good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Morning, please.
Yeah, this is Chibuzo calling from Abarandiko.
All right.
Yeah. For me, I want about Oshomole. Oshomole, on his side, we know him as as a Labour chairman. You understand? And we know him as a Labour chairman. So he doesn't have any right to tell Nigerians that if South would vote for Jonathan or not. What we are really praying for, if court clarifies that to Jonathan should join with ADC, with a P2V and Atiku. You understand? Because when these three giants come together, I don't think ADC will do anything.
Okay.
You understand? I don't think ADC will do anything. So please, we are clamoring for him to join ADC team so that we can vote these people out. Imagine me buying a 1 kg of gas for 4,000 naira in this country. 4,000 naira under this particular man, under this Tinubu. We are tired of this man. We are frustrated of this man. He should please resign or allow us to stay.
Thank you.
Please. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Hello, good morning here.
Yeah, hello, Judah. Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Prince from Sweden.
Welcome to
Yeah,
Nigeria.
Judah, I had Prince Shiraka talking about Professor Nen notes. Why wouldn't they give her INEC chairman, INEC boss? You will see, quote me today, Judah, the next INEC chairman will be a Yoruba man. If you like, take this word to the bank. Don't play with it. Then, secondly, you see, our problem is not only INEC chairman. We are talking about who is going to be INEC chairman. Our problem is that our problem is the judiciary. If an INEC does something that is mischievous and you go to judiciary and ask the court to rectify it, if the court had punished one INEC chairman, maybe sentence that person to 5 years in prison, we will not be where we are today. But instead, you will take the matter to the court. Even if you take toilet to the court will ask you that bring the matter to prove that you that brought the matter to the court are alive. Can you imagine the kind of... So the court can ask you to prove that you are alive, whereas you are in court. You see the problem, for example, you see the problem we have in Nigeria. It's not about INEC chairman. So people should not focus on INEC chairman. We have a systemic problem until we learn how to solve it. You know, Jonathan is a good man. He's a man that knows how to, he wants power, but he doesn't know how to play the ball. That is why he allowed Jega to mess him up. Nigeria, we have to sit down and structure our country. Until that, nothing good will come out from it. And I bet you this generation will not get it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Hello, good morning to you. What's your name?
Today.
Yeah?
Good morning, sir.
All right, good morning.
I will come this week, one of these days in this week, to take my books that Peter Nossi gave to me.
It's all right.
Thank you very much.
It's all
What I
right.
want to say is, whenever I hear the analysis of Prince Chinaka and the other person, the one that I analyzed in the morning, it seems that I'm full of happiness. Prince Chinaka have finished it all. So only other thing we are saying is in addition. Okay. The Nigerian clergyman said that the Nigerians should think of what we will do for the country, not what Nigeria can do for us. In which sector, in which area Nigeria is not doing well? Is it in football? Is it in entertainment? Is it in journalism? Where are we not doing well? It's our politicians used to go outside and mess themselves up, not us, and talk rubbish, talk something that is not in the paper, something that is not in existing. That is, our leaders are the ones spoiling the country. In conclusion, we have gotten INEC chairman. Let the woman of Abia State be the INEC chairperson.
All right.
Let that woman be the INEC. If APC trust themselves,
Okay.
let that woman then be the INEC chairperson there. If they trust themselves that they can win, it's not snatch and run away with it.
Thank you.
Why do we now legalize illegality?
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Let this thing that Tinubu doing, is it right for him? Is it right for the Yoruba people? Every police or inland revenue, everything is Yoruba. If another tribe enter there, let them not complain.
Thank you.
Let them not complain because I know their character. Then we complain. Everything now is Yoruba, and it's good for them. It's good.
Thank you so much. Let me read some messages here quickly. I don't think we are told all the truth about the scarcity of gas. If gas scarcity is caused by Nupeng, how come petrol and other components are available, but gas is scarce?
Price of fuel has gone up. They've announced it this
Everything
morning.
seems twisted by APC leadership. Amechi from Afuluku. Yeah, the price of fuel has gone up.
Yes, it's gone up.
Oh, wow.
Now die with day now. It's on a Shege Banza. Yeah, but the happiness of it is that there's no special filling station for APC supporters. So also there's no special filling station for the opposition supporters. All of us go to the same market. And we all know how things are right now.
Somebody said Nigeria is the easiest place to live. It's just that our governments are taking us like we don't know anything. But we are going to do what now? Okay, thank you so much. Edozedin Naji saying, I wonder and think out loud as to how these rulers of Nigeria manage to shut their eyes at night. See the way people are dying of starvation, insurgency, corruption, and hunger. Still, little or nothing is being done to bring succor to Nigerians. Nigerians, I urge us all to come together and show these guys the way out. We can't continue to go around in circles. Lastly, why are people castigating Nnamdi Oshiomhole? He is one of them. So Nigerians shouldn't expect much from him and his likes. Let's do it with tribal and religious sentiments so that we can vote in credible leaders come 2027, period. God bless Nigeria, is what he's got to say. And let's look at what this other person is saying. Okay, I'm not sure that's for me. I want to advise all political parties to push for electoral reform and make our leaders to be responsible and loyal to citizens. Your party might be in power today, but what about tomorrow? If another party will be in power, you will need good governance, just like PDP people now. John Hollis from Mushin Olosha. Thank you so much. We need to be very objective in our discourse. Okay, yeah. You said it all. That's true. Thank you so much. Good morning to you, Kamijide, and your guest. Please, I hope all is well with you. Or I hope all is well with Nigeria. What's your name? Where are you sending this message from? You know the Nigeria. Who is this? Okay. It's okay. Thank you so much anyway for that. Let's look at some other ones now quickly. Good morning. Jude, if Oga went to Chicago, there is nothing wrong if the subordinate too went to UNN now. I don't know what you're saying.
Honestly, I don't.
Let's start with the woman who rejected bribes, such as such courageous person deserves leadership. Make her the INEC chairman. My name is Comfort from Isolo. The day INEC chairman will go east. It can't be woman again. Kai. Okay.
I mean, but if you look at it, we've had late Humphrey Nwosu, the arrowhead of June 12th. You know, he did a lot. He did his best.
How many years ago?
You know? Yeah, but I mean that's the thing. You know, how many years ago?
That will not happen again. This one will they see. Let's leave it. The eyes have spoken. The eyes have it. To even give off, remember off Nwosu, this same man where they talk.
To give him honor.
To give him honor.
That's, and you know, Jude, let me say this. I feel each time we
so much sentiment.
Each time we talk about June 12th, we forget that there are people behind the scene. Without Humphrey Nwosu, there would not have been June 12th. Anyhow, we want to look at it. Without that man, there would have not been June 12th. If we had the kind of people we have now, we know now, they will cancel the election. Nothing will happen. But then, it is what it is.
Chidi from Ojoba is saying, I disagree with Mr. Chilaka for saying Governor Oti has done in 2 years more than what the former governors put together did in 20 years or 20-something years. It's pure lies and overhype. But you see, the truth is, Oti has done better. Only agree.
No, you know, sometimes.
Oti has done better than
sometimes
governors.
some people are paid to come and say what they don't know. Let him go to Abia. There is before and after. Let him bring the pictures. This one is not about picture. It's not about the kind of hype they are doing for Imo State. Let him go there and see things for himself. We're not talking about social media hype.
Adewale from Oshodi is saying, as a matter of fact, years of former President Goodluck Jonathan is far credible than 11 years of APC administration.
Obviously.
Despite the frustration of terrorists, the infiltration of terrorists and all of that. No, now if you no right time like this. But current administration are now treating fresh. Let's leave that. Adewale, thank you so much. We have come to the point that everyone should take a decision that will free us from this current administration. I bought gas, 2,200 naira on Saturday. I used the amount that should have filled up 6 kg tank for just 2 kg. This is where we are. Anebet Harry from Beda. I can understand. Morning, my lovely brother. The sweetest name on radio. You can call me that name. Jude. Ikami Jude is my name. Okay, no problem. On certificate scandal of Naji, I will see that the what now? This man. Oh, I wanted to ask you. It's okay. He said the ornithological specimen of identical plumage. Which kind of English be this one? I rest my case. Thank you. It's okay. IOTech is saying that the federal government is adamant in what now? In the rise in the cost of cooking gas. How on earth will the price skyrocket like that? 4G of certificates and corruption have become a norm in the country. A man with corruption can't fight corruption. Let there be a reform in INEC and judiciary. Let them release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That's what he's saying. Thank you so much. Let's look at it. It's quite lengthy. Okay, hello VOP. My name is Goodluck. I'm a listener of your station from Ijebode. I listen through an app called Radio. The problem now is that the volume of the that will be checked. Okay, thank you so much. I make it long like this. Nice morning to you all in the studio. Rubber Stamp National Assembly moves to counter U.S. genocide attack on Christians, in which many of us know that this Boko Haram of a thing is against the Christians because their agenda is to make Nigerians be like look like Turkey. That was once. I have to go now, everyone. I have to go. Mayor from Ikotuegbe, I appreciate your message. And then some of the messages I couldn't read, but I will come back to read all of them one by each. On Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, everywhere. I am IKAMIJUDEH. IKAMIJUDEH is just one word. That is Ikami Jude. My name is Jude. Ikami Jude. I love you all so much, and I will see you much later. Good morning to you.
Please note,